Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to an episode of my F1 2019 Ferrari Manager Career Mode here for round number 10 in Season 2 for the Italian Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the previous one, then be sure to go check that one out before you see this one, because that was probably the best race we've had to date as a team in this season with Verstappen and Sebastian Vettel, and it means going to Milan, we have a lot of confidence maybe that we can start to build a bit of a run, perhaps, of race wins. Obviously, Mercedes have had a few wins in a row, or quite a few, actually 4 to be exact there, but we've now had 2 wins on the bout, Verstappen and Vettel, so both our drivers actually performing quite well, and thankfully last time, Verstappen, even though he had a brakes failure, was able to come back through for second place, so hoping that things will be, you know, as good, if not better, because obviously we still did have a brakes failure, so hopefully that doesn't happen again, but hopefully things will be good at Milan. Obviously our home Grand Prix, with Ferrari, we have to do well at Milan, pretty much. We use team orders, which is something the fans are not particularly keen on. Okay, I use team orders to say that if Verstappen was going fast enough when he had the broken brakes, that he can pass Vettel, because he was going to pit again anyway, and in the end he didn't even pass Vettel, so it didn't really matter. So, I'm going to say I hate using them, but in this case I was left with little choice. I'm going to say that has not affected anything, so that was the correct answer there, I think. But there we go, sparks fly between Scuderia Ferrari and Mercedes there, but we got the hold of them, and hopefully we'll again at this episode. But let's have a quick look at the pit stop crew. Everyone is feeling and looking rested here, so we can swap out a load of people here and improve our pit stop time to no end here. Okay, we've got level... everything that's pretty much maxed out, isn't it? I think level 17, that could maybe be changed out, but is there anyone? No one here that that's going to jump out at me, so we're going to reject all of them, and we're just going to move forward then. We're still waiting on this gearbox. We've been waiting on this gearbox now for 2 episodes. It's now going to come in 2 days' time. Hallelujah for that, to be honest. And we have now finished off our sponsors for slot number 6. So we have got 3 new sponsors there. We've got M&M Worlds again, which we already had, obviously, but now this is a upfront payment. We've got Juniper Networks and then Gas Monkey. So we've got, well, let's quickly check how much this M&M deal will be per race. So 5544 000 divided by 13, that's 426k per race it averages out to, so that's better than the Gas Monkey one. But for Juniper we get 500k per race, and that's only a 19th or above, which is not a lot, so that'll be a pretty decent amount of easy money, actually. So I'm going to accept that offer, and so that will be, well, I don't even know what's going to end up on the car. It's one of these ones where it's a sponsor, but it's not a big enough sponsor that it ends up on the car, I don't think. So there we go, but I think that's maybe as good as we had with M&M deal before. I can't actually quite remember, but hopefully not going to lose too much money in that kind of swap deal, basically, with that new sponsor. We'll move forward then. Cars are repaired. I'm going to have a quick look at what we got going on, and look at the brakes. See, look, the brakes are 99 and 91. I don't understand. There must have been some weird kind of, you know, random generated failure with Verstappen's brakes, because these are both fine. Even this one's fine, 91. We can max that one out, but I mean that one's not even that's the second best one. Third best one. So pretty much everything that's done, that needs to be done, is done. Like, our factory staff can just be idle here, but basically, as we wait for this new gearbox. So that's the only good thing here. This gearbox, when we build it, I can literally max it out straight away in terms of adding it to reliability and the performance here, because that is the new... Is that the new gearbox? Or have we not got it yet? No, we did receive it. It's just not showing up properly. Right, add that one on. I'll remove that. This one's still got a little bit of way to go, and then that's going to get done 3 days before the race, 1 day before the after the race. I'll do 1 day before. 45 to 5 though, that's still pretty decent. This will get done 1 day after Grand Prix, so that'll still be maxed out, and that should become our best gearbox in theory. So we're going to go ahead and design a new part. It's going to have to be the engine, because we're really slipping now compared to everything else. But we kind of already saw that our engine department isn't really that great in terms of what we can build, because right now the best engine we can have, I believe, is this one, which is 292. This is the one we've given Max, which is better overall through quali, but in the race this one's better, 292. So let's go ahead and design one and see if we can get any better, but I'm not too sure. I feel like we'd want to choose fuel efficiency again, but if we go with plus 10 here, and then plus, I don't know, really, plus 50 with the risk level. We've already done that, though. We've already done, like, a component like that. Plus 20, minus 20 to max, plus 40. though, and then add that on. That unlocks Pro. See, we've got an Epic engine. We do have an Epic, I'm pretty sure. Is in our engine department available. We've got a Legendary engine available, so we just need to go through iterations, but these iterations are so bad, so I don't fancy doing it, but we're going to have to do it, I guess. So, well, we can go with plus... That's going to be 1274. I remove the risk level, 1274, but that's got no fuel efficiency. So I add that on, that's 1264 with fuel efficiency. It swings and roundabouts, really. So, I don't know. I'm going to do everything I can to remove... I don't want plus 2 days, so I'll just do this one, even though that's really a horrendous... it's such a bad engine to build, but I just need to get the iteration done, basically. So that will get done 20 days off the Grand Prix. But then we'll unlock Epic. But then Epic's not even that great. The only thing I'd probably do on Epic is this one. Plus 50, plus 30, plus 1 risk level. We can minus that risk level, though. And that will probably be the best one, to be honest, because these two are utter arse. So we'll go for it. It'll take us probably... What, 20 days? How long is 20 days? Like, that's going to be hopefully just one episode, I hope. The next race is done. The next race is in 14 days. So, hopefully, you know, 20 days after the Grand Prix, it might be 2 episodes, you know. And then by that time, we've already got to Black Sea. And then 2 more races time, or 3 probably, to do the Epic engine. And we're at Brazil. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth our time? I don't know. Look at other points. Second in gearbox still. First. We could do a gearbox. Have we got an epic gearbox? I think we've only got a great gearbox, right? So it might be worth doing just a gearbox, because the engine, really, I think we're getting to the end of where we can go with this engine, so we may as well do an epic one. And that's plus 50 in acceleration there. That's a no-brainer, really. So if we go with that, we add that on. We've got weight stripping times 2. That decreases the reliability, although there's no weight stripping allowed in this formula, I believe. So that has no effect on things. That's why you're not seeing the reliability go up or down, I think. Because all you're seeing is the plus 25. You're not seeing any of the times 2, because weight stripping is not actually allowed in this formula. So that's just plus 25. That's 1242. That's better. There's a risk level here, but there's no removal, so we're going to have to go with this one. All that, you know. That's in the race, though. That's 1262 in the race. That's 1242 all the time. I'd rather go with that. Plus 40 to max there. That's 5 days, though. That's 5 days. I really don't fancy doing that. Acceleration plus 10. And then, well, we can unlock... we don't have a legendary, so I don't actually need to do 2 of these. I could do 2 average ones. Or 2 goods. Or just none. That's going to be a really good gearbox. And we're not going to unlock a legendary with that. So do we go for the gearbox or do we go for the engine? I really don't know. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna build an engine. We've toyed with it the entire time. We'll just build it. I don't really care what any of these things are. I just need to get through an iteration, basically. So we're gonna try and build an engine for the end of the season. This will now stop us developing on other parts of the car. Hopefully it just stays. The rest of the car stays good enough, basically, that we don't need to worry about that, but I just don't know, to be honest. But we've committed now. We're building an engine. We cancel it now. We're just wasting money, basically. So we're going for the long haul at the end of the season, trying to get an epic engine in the back of our car. We've got a new staff centre that's been built, so that's decent. So I'll add +1 onto all the staff we hire now from now on the pit crew. So that'll be kind of nice once we need to hire any new ones. But we're just going to come through there. We've got mail about our current sponsorship deals. My assistants tell me we snagged some of the most lucrative sponsorship deals. Is that correct? Because on this graph, apparently we've got some of the worst deals. So I don't know what on earth you're talking about. But there we go. 40% chance of winning the race. Okay, and then Sebastian Vettel's apparently become a fashionista, which is totally the opposite in real life, I feel. I don't think Vettel cares about that at all in real life, but there you go. That gearbox now is the best gearbox we've got made. It's fully reliable as well, so that is absolutely awesome. So we move forward then. Going to add that Juniper new sponsor on and fit parts, and we're going to give the new gearbox to Sebastian Vettel. And then we're going to loan this one to Verstappen. So both of them get better cars, effectively. We're going to stay with the same parts for everything else, because it worked well in the last episode, so no need to change that, really. So we'll move forward then into practice, which is apparently going to be all clear. And as I say that, it's raining. So As usual, this game just not following anything with the indicated weather there. How long is it going to rain for? A lot of the session, actually, it looks like. So this might be a bit of a weird one where it's pretty useless for the tyre wear, for the tyre knowledge, and we're just going to get race trim and get the setup done, really. But here's hoping the Ferrari is quick once again at Milan like it was last season. All right, send them both out. We'll do a long race stint on 8 laps, get the knowledge done on the race trim. And then we'll check the setup afterwards. Right, bringing Verstappen and Vettel in. They've got level 3 on the race trim, so we sacrificed the quali a little bit there, but want to get a good race trim. And also inters. I mean, if it rains in the race or quali, we'll have a decent amount of knowledge there. So setup-wise for Verstappen, not looking amazing. Going to bring this back down to here. Let's hope on the edge there, or higher downforce. I mean, it's Milan, so you would think you go lower. So let's try something like that. Speed balance was okay, so I didn't need to move that around too much. And then I'm going to go towards oversteer. I have a feeling he wants oversteer. So let's just tweak that a little bit like that. Send out on quali trim. It's going to be drier, so I'm going to send him out on one set of soft tyres and try and get knowledge on the softs, even though it's going to be a little bit damp right now. And then for Vettel, what's his setup saying? 90, 89. Not as good as Verstappen's then, even though both of them are not that great. Right, we're going to move that down to about there. Really low rear wing. Speed bounce is okay. Maybe that much towards oversteer and that much towards top end speed. Let's hope that's the one. Quali lap and soft tyres. Right, we'll get level 1. I don't know. We might just get level 2 on the softs and the quali trim, maybe. 1 minute to go. We're about halfway. I think we'll get it, actually, you know. Actually, that'll be all right. So we're going to come through. We're going to have level 2 on soft and quali and level 3 on inters and race trim. So Milan, quick track, obviously, 111, doing bits there. The short practice session. Got plenty of knowledge here for the Grand Prix weekend ahead of us. The only thing we don't have, maybe, is a setup. I mean, I don't know what they ended up with, but we'll just have to work with it and tweak it in Q1 if need be. But bring on that knowledge then that we got. That's not a good sign, is it? 91%. So in some ways he improved. In others, not so much, Vettel. So maybe go the other way. He was okay, excellent on handling. He was great on the downforce. So maybe that one tweak there can be the one. So something like that might be excellent. And then I just need to bring this back to where we were for handling. So that's all good. Okay, hopefully that'll be decent. We're going to send him out on mediums, obviously, though. And then for Verstappen, kind of the same thing. Got one thing right, 2 things right. Went from good and great to great and excellent, but we still got good on the handling. So somewhere in between might be the sweet spot, perhaps. So something like that, perhaps, I think could be the one. Let's try it out. Medium tyres. We'll let them do the lap, and then obviously we'll just send them out on some banker lap time, some banker out and in laps to tweak the setup if need be. Right, Seb's in. His good stuff there. 97. Awesome. What's Verstappen's 97? That's more like it. Cool. Right, we're all ready now for Q2 and Q3 then. Alright, Q2, all dry, and the first time now we can see really what these cars are going to be like on the soft tyre v Mercedes. Right, that's soft tyre. Let's go, Sebastian. We'll wait a little bit there, then send out Max on the softs as well. Right, let's go, boys. Come on. Home race. First time of asking on these tyres there. Driving the car with anger. Got to put on a good show for the Tifosi. Otherwise, we're going to get absolutely rinsed here by our own fans. And I'm sure the chairman won't be happy either if we're losing at Milan. So let's see how this goes then. We've got purple. It's then beaten by Alonso. Ooh, not even Mercedes yet. They're still on an outlap. Alonso's set of purple. So hello, Red Bull. Right, let's see how this goes then. For Vettel, Alonso with 2 purples. So Alonso's looking pretty damn rapid. Vettel across the line. Verstappen set of purple in the middle sector though. So that better engine. Remember, his engine is technically, well, not technically, is better in qualifying, because in the race, that's the only point at which Vettel's engine gets that plus 40 factor on the performance there. So Verstappen, with the better engine in this session at least, going top there. But Hamilton has just set 1 purple there. Alonso's looking pretty quick though. He's just split us. But let's see. Hamilton, 2 purples. Wow, that's quick. Obviously, the engine's going to be very, very important around here. So, obviously, he's going to be quick. But look at that. The rain started to come down. And I didn't even notice that, so it's a good thing I went early, and I went straight away, otherwise I would have been screwed there. Ricciardo gets it through. He did finish his lap in some damp conditions, but it wasn't enough to knock him out there, so both Mercs are through. Oh no. Oh well. What great stuff for them. And both Red Bulls are in as well. I think Alonso is looking like he might actually challenge us a little bit here, and we've got some work to do. Verstappen needs to make up time in the corners, because I feel like that 1.15 tenths is just literally the engine difference that we've got going on. So yeah, it might be actually quite tough to actually go out and get a 1-2 or even the win, because I completely forgot that they are just going to be quick because of their engine this race. Right, top 10 shootout time then. No rain in Q3. Is there going to be any rain to come? I don't know, but I'm going to send them straight out either way, just to get a bank of first lap time in. And then we'll sort them out on the second one. Hopefully that will be the faster one of the two. But at the moment, it looks like track grip's going up and up and up, so that's decent. Right, they start their first laps, both with the perfect overheated on their out laps then. So not perfect preparation. A little bit of traffic here and there for Vettel with the McLaren there. But let's see how this goes then. Alonso sets a purple. Verstappen's quick in that second sector there. But then Alonso goes second purple. Alonso looking very rapid indeed. Vettel across the line, 109.7. For Verstappen, that is, and that's pretty much as bang on. Actually, the same with Vettel. Both of them set very nearly identical times there. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh my lord, look how close that is. Alonso lost speed in the third sector because he was purple, and he lost speed in the third sector. Look how close that is. 900ths covers the top three right now. That's awesome. Is Hamilton going to be that close? I beg he is, just for the sake of keeping it that close. Here we go. Green first sector because Ricciardo set the first purple. Cross the line for Hamilton. He just had to go ruin it. He just had to go and ruin it. 3/10 ahead of everyone else. Just had to ruin it. And what's Ricciardo going to do? Because he's looking pretty quick as well. He's got one purple, one green across the line. It might be a Mercedes whitewash here, you know. It is. This is not good signs here, ladies and gents. It looks like it might be a bit of a Mercedes whitewash here in qualifying. We need to pull something out of the bag. Very much so. Right. Going to wait a little bit. Let the cars come back in. Actually, you know what? Bit of clean air, maybe. Coming up now. Going to send Vettel out on the softs. Going to wait all the way to the end of the session, though, for Verstappen. Try and get that grip up as high as we can. Of course, he has the better engine, so he has the better chance of doing something potentially. So waiting all the way. And let's go now. Let's go now. So we might have a little bit of a tow, maybe, even from Vettel. I don't know. Let's see. We get just out ahead of Vettel. Vettel does improve his lap. So he's within 1.2 tenths of Hamilton. So therefore, Verstappen should be able to get pole position, I reckon, because he's got the better engine for it. And Vettel's done a great lap there to get second place within 1.2 tenths of Hamilton. So come on, Verstappen. Let's do it. Get on the outlap. Perfect and good. That's a very good outlap. Let's do this thing, man. Max, come on. Let me see a purple. Purple? No, green. But we're 600ths off. Hamilton sets an even faster time. And Ricciardo does as well. That's not good. It's green for Max. What's it going to be? It looks like he's maybe about 2 tenths off there. He might just get front row, maybe, across the line. And it's not the front row. And Mercedes have indeed whitewashed us here at Monza. Or at Milan, rather, as the track is called in-game. For a 1-2, Ferrari 3-4. I don't know if we can get the win here at Italy. Oh, God. This race is going to be tricky, I think. All right, so here we go then on the grid for the Italian Grand Prix race. In terms of the knowledge we're going to take in, I don't believe there's any rain forecast for this race, so we will take in... Well, I don't have any medium tires to take in, because for once, I didn't do any of them, because obviously we did inters and then soft, so I'll take in race level 3... And for the first time, I'll take in the softest compound tire knowledge. So we might have to go aggressive here because of the knowledge we've got, perhaps. I don't know. These tires should go a long way, though, to be fair. So I'm not too worried about that. We'll go full out attack. Overtake mode. Actually, you know what? We'll go pushing just to ease it off a little bit. Maybe that whole thing about maybe getting some wheel spin off the start or whatever. But I need these two to go forward. Max, mate, please don't go backwards. Vettel, mate, please don't go backwards. We need to go forwards. We need to attack. We need to be in first place by then lap number 1. It's not essential, though, because obviously I know they can overtake us on the straights. But I think in terms of like not letting Hamilton get away, we need to try and get a stranglehold on the race early on. But here we go then to 5 red lights. To the Italian Grand Prix. 2 Mercs on the front row. 5 red lights are out and we're underway. And it's a bit of a slow start there for Sebastian Vettel. It's an okay one for Verstappen, but Alonso's down the inside. Alonso's off on the grass. Alonso's been pushed off by Verstappen. He was ran wide there by Verstappen, it looked like there. And so Hartley comes through down the inside. Once again, the Haas car looking pretty quick there as Vettel and Verstappen have swapped positions. They both overtake Hartley once again, and they're battling now for P3 and 4. Side by side, guys, please do not fight each other too much, dear God, as we now need to try and catch up to the Mercedes cars, who are only 0.7 ahead of us, so they're very catchable, maybe. Let's see how this goes. Hamilton, 0.89 ahead of Ricciardo. And Verstappen just gets the better of Vettel there for some reason. I don't know how that slipped by, but we're looking close. They're looking close. I mean, look at Verstappen there. He's pretty damn close to Ricciardo. So we're giving them a good run for the money here. Just about how long we can go on this overtake mode on the engine. The brake's looking fine now for Verstappen, thankfully. So no brake issues today for us. Let's see as we blast past with ERS with both cars as I go for the first time in this race on auto, actually. And the computer rightly uses the ERS there to get past Ricciardo. And so we're now running 2-3, chasing after Hamilton. So this just got interesting. It's 2 against 1 maybe for P1 as we try and hopefully drop Ricciardo. And Verstappen is gaining and gaining on Hamilton. Could he get him into turn 1? Let's boost ERS. Let's get him into turn 1. Come on, use the ERS. Get him into turn 1. Brake zone. Didn't help us there. Maybe can we go again? Boost through there. P1 for Verstappen. Good stuff there. Maybe Vettel can get him on the next lap. But let's see how this progresses. Let's go to medium now and try and save that fuel. Go neutral on the tyres. And let's keep on pushing with Vettel, though, as we go through the chicane. He's going to get through. We're going to use ERS now as we go down the main straight. Kind of push away from Hamilton. Counteract that ERS use. Oh, he's just used it. Box him in. Box him in. Use it. Go to first. Vettel, go on. Slips down the inside of Verstappen. It's now a 1-2 for Ferrari. And the two Ferraris did battle a little bit for first place there. It was a nice little bit of a tactical play, though, for Vettel to slip down the inside whilst we boxed Hamilton in. And so now we've got the 1-2. Now it's all about trying to keep that. But Hamilton is pushing hard on his engine up until now. Now he's gone neutral. So let's hope now all of us just settle down for neutral and all try and save fuel in this race. But Hamilton, you can see there, looking a little bit punchy, you know, looking punchy. Let's see, how long do these tyres go for now? 8 laps. So they go to lap number 13. So we've got how many laps left then? 26, 18 laps. Do these go 18? Ooh, they just about go 18, you know. They just go 18. If we can stretch them for one more lap for 9 laps, I think we could just do that. I think we could just about do that. So let's go, well, let's keep on neutral right now on this main straight. Let's use ERS to defend against Hamilton. Once he comes through, he's going to make an overtake. Is he going to try and make a pass? Yes, he is. Let's use ERS. Keep ahead, keep ahead. Just a little boost needed there to keep ahead. That's good stuff. Right, now I'm going to go conserve and conserve. Try and save. Come on. Yes, keep him at bay, keep him at bay. Save these tyres and keep him at bay, mate. Come on. No, 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 no. Overtake mode, no. No, he's got us, damn it. He's got us. Come on, get back at him, mate. Get back at him. Right, go neutral. Verstappen comes back. Come on. Use some ERS. Blast through. Hamilton gets a little bit blocked. He gets into first place. No, 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 no. We don't need this. We don't need this. But I need to save fuel. I need to save fuel. Right, Vettel's now being overtaken by Ricciardo. Ricciardo's pushing. Ricciardo's in overtake mode. These Mercs have some insane fuel efficiency, it would seem, because they're just powering away now. I cannot go toe-to-toe with them with that much overtake mode, because I do not have the fuel for it, nor do we have the tyre wear for it. So now we're 3-4 now. So it went from 1-2 to 3-4. I can't do much, though. I need to sit back. I can't attack them. I need to sit back right now and conserve these tyres. Right, we carry on lap number 11. We're still going. We're still going with Hamilton. Hamilton's got 19% tyre wear. We've got 16. So our tyres really not holding on as long as the Merc guys are, unfortunately, which is really frustrating because we're losing pace now and we're not going to gain it back with a one-stop because they're also on a one-stop. I think we need to bail onto mediums, to be honest. I think we need to bail onto mediums. I'm going to bail onto mediums with Verstappen. Come in, mediums. Yeah, let's go fast pit stop. Let's go. Low fuel, come in. Vettel, let's go overtake mode attack. Use some ERS down this straight, and you're going to come in on lap number 12, probably for mediums as well, I would say. Okay, oh, Merc on hards. Interesting. Okay, in that case, Vettel, carry on like you are. Come on, keep going. Use some ERS on the exit, the chicane. Right, come in. I think we'll go for mediums. We've got 18 laps left. Ooh, 17. That's a bit iffy, isn't it? That's a bit iffy. Hard tyres. Wait, hang on. Mediums go... Okay. Apparently they go 18. Let's just go softs. They go 18, apparently. Apparently. Why not? Okay, why not? I don't know if that's a bit of a glitch, but let's come in for soft tyres then with Vettel. It says they'll go the distance. We'll go on neutral and see if they really do. I've been on low fuel with Verstappen this entire time. He saved a decent amount of fuel that time, and he's only 2 seconds off Ricciardo. But Hamilton 5 seconds ahead of Ricciardo. So I think Merc are very much in the driving seat here, unfortunately. Right, lap number 17. We are catching Ricciardo a little bit. We've got some ERS to play around with as well. So let's just see how this progresses then. Down this straight. Let's use some ERS here. Boost, boost, boost. There we go. Get past Ricciardo. Just about P2. Good stuff. Right, 7.6 to Hamilton. Is that doable? I don't know. And Vettel has fallen behind Gasly. I don't know how that's happened, but it's happened. And now I'm confused. Right, Vettel's now closing up on Daniel Ricciardo here. We're on 47% tyre wear. He is on 44. So his hard tyres are wearing out faster than my softs. So this is looking good here. We're in the money. Just need to get the move done with ERS, I think, as we go through on this straight. Power past him. Come on. Yes, there we go. Up into P3. So if we can't get the 1-2, we can't get first place, let's at least book in 2 and 3 here, please. Verstappen, he's brought the gap to 6.7. Vettel's tyres are looking better nick than both these guys, which is very funny, really. It's very odd, very, very odd with this whole soft compound being more durable. I don't quite get it. It's a bit of a glitch, but we'll move with it. But in terms of what I can do now for this race, the first, not a lot. I can't really push Verstappen, and I can't really push Vettel too much, because otherwise he's going to shoot his tyres, and we need to get to the end, obviously, with him as well. So, yeah, we're looking interesting. Hamilton is on 36% tyre wear. I'm on 25 with Verstappen. He might need to pit again, you know. I think he will have to pit again. Verstappen can't go to the end here. He actually can't. I need to bank on Ricciardo needing a pit stop as well. Ricciardo and Hamilton, surely they're going to pit again, maybe. I can't get to the end on this. 24%. No way. No chance. No chance. Pit. Softs. Gonna have to go for it. Fast pit stop. We're gonna be down to P4 apparently. That's not too bad. I guess we can come back at people. Right, let's push on. Use ERS. Come in. Right, Verstappen's in. Pit stop. Lando Norris has retired with mechanical failure. There's a tiny mistake on the front jack there by Verstappen, but right into P4. I don't know what that was for. I think cold tyres for Vettel. I'm not too sure, but he's up into P2. And now Verstappen, you just got to push like a stabbed rat, mate. Like a stabbed rat. Right, lap number 28. 3 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Hamilton's increased the gap to 14 seconds. So he is very much winning this Grand Prix. Verstappen, though, just stolen the fast lap of the Grand Prix, though, on lap 28. So that's great. At least we'll steal away the fast lap of the Grand Prix from Mercedes. And we still might get Ricciardo. You never know. We could maybe just keep on pushing like this and get him on the end, perhaps. Vettel, though, also, he's only 2 seconds ahead of Ricciardo. So need to watch out for that. Come on, keep going, mate. Keep going. 2 laps remain. All good. All good. Where's Verstappen at? Where's Verstappen? Let's use some ERS here, please. Close up. He's got 4 seconds to Ricciardo. It's probably not enough, to be honest. Right, Vettel. Last lap of the Grand Prix. Let's go on overtake mode here, please. And let's use some ERS down this straight. Push on. 1.5 gain there. That's good. We'll go conserve mode, though. Just make sure we get to the end. Verstappen set another fast lap of the Grand Prix. Looking good. Catching up to Ricciardo. 2 seconds the gap to Ricciardo. Now running out of fuel with Vettel a little bit. And Ricciardo is right there. And we are running out of tyre wear. And Ricciardo has got us, maybe. Oh, the really super conservative strategy hasn't worked out. Verstappen now is the one going for glory for second place. Come on, mate. You can do this. You can do this. You can get second place for us. Come on. Into the chicane. Gonna have to use ERS here and overtake mode. Yes, come on. Overtake mode to the line. Verstappen will be the one that gets glory for us, maybe. Ricciardo across the line. No! The same finishing time. The same finishing time. So in the end, it's Vettel that's in P4, not Verstappen. And Verstappen's the one that gets P2. And he gets fast lap of the Grand Prix, I believe, as well. So Verstappen basically just won the Grand Prix, essentially, because he got 8 points and 2 for the fast lap of the Grand Prix. And he only just got second, though. Look at that. 16.1, 16.1. Whew. That's close. That's very close. Right, that's okay. That was okay for the constructors, I guess. We did lose. We lost. We'll lose out a little bit because of the difference between Ricciardo and Vettel, but it could have been a lot worse, I think. We could have got 3-4 there. But Merc were just too quick with the engine. We made the most of it. Alright, so in the end, Merc will only gain 1 point on us in the championship, so that's pretty good. But Vettel loses ground to Hamilton for the Drivers' Championship. But of course, we don't really care about that too much. We care more about the Constructors, being the Manager Career Mode. And so now we're level pegging on points, because we're only 1 point ahead of Merc. And so now we're level pegging. We're down to second, though, because I think Merc... well, no, I not think. They definitely have more wins than us, so they are in first place then. But that's still not bad. Same points, basically all reset. We go again next race, hopefully not as important on the engine, and we could try and go for the win this time. Because on an engine circuit, we didn't look that bad, actually. 16.1 off Hamilton, yeah, that's pretty big, but we went toe-to-toe with Ricciardo, at least, which was surprising. I thought after they got us in that first stint, that was going to be it. So, guys, if you did enjoy that episode, then be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're on your own here, subscribe for weekly full-on content. I've been aarava. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.